top three important leadership traits that are very much needed in this era. I feel that to be a good entrepreneur is also to be a good leader in a way. So today we're going to talk about three important traits as a leader that I feel personally is really critical and important, especially in this era. With more and more of us becoming more sensitive towards each other, it means that we are able to sense whether the other person is sincere, whether the person having a hidden agenda. I feel as a leader, to be able to lead well, we must be able to show whoever we are leading our true self. So I feel the first trait is really about being real, being raw, being authentic. So we do not need to actually pretend to be strong or trying to prevent people from seeing our vulnerability. I feel that is a very old school of thinking of proving our inner strength, because I feel that is just hiding and put up a mask and not showing the world who we truly are. And I realized that by us being raw, being real, people are a lot more receptive than what we thought, and of course there will be people that will be judgmentals, and these are not the people that we want to attract anyway. So people who we want to attract are people who are able to see us in totality, people who are able to appreciate our true value, appreciate who we are, so that we can actually truly lead by example rather than putting out a mask and pretend to be someone else that we are not. So I feel that is the first trait that is really important, to be real, to be raw, to be authentic. And the second one that I feel that is important as a leader is the ability to see diamond in another person. It means a lot of the time we are so used to the old way of thinking is about what is wrong, what we need to fix. So when we look at other person that we need to lead, oftentimes we see the flaws in other person. I feel a good trait of a leader includes the ability to see goodness, the ability to see strength. It doesn't mean that we neglect the weakness, but our focus on the strength will help us to position the person in the right place, will help us to actually encourage, empower the person and strengthen what they are already good at and make the best out of them. Of course, we do see the weakness of the person as well, but my point is not just focusing on the weakness, but actually have our mind really focusing a lot on the strength and the diamond of the person, so that we can actually bring the best out of the person, rather than always picking the flaws of the person, always seeing the person is lacking this, not good in this, not good in that. Sooner or later, the person will be so demoralized, and that to me is not the best trait of a leader. So that is my second opinion about leadership. And the third one, I feel it's important to have peace and patience as a leader, because oftentimes leader is like a coach, bringing a person from point A to point B, and this process oftentimes takes like years to actually achieve. It doesn't take like weeks or months to actually lead the person to the next destination or to become a better version of themselves. It actually takes a much longer period of time. So we need to have that kind of patience and that kind of peace inside our heart. Then we will be able to be sincere in the leadership process rather than commanding process. It's basically most leaders who are not patient enough, they will have the tendency to rush the person to change, because it is just due to their own impatience, wanting the person to change to become someone else that they want it to be. And that to me is not a true leadership. True leadership really bringing out the best out of the person. So we need time, we need patience to understand the other person. We need time to dissolve whatever the person's conflicts are within them. Maybe it's not even word related sometimes. Maybe it's personal related. Do we have that kind of patience and that kind of care, that kind of peace inside our heart to be able to hold space to listen as a listener and guide the person out of whatever their inner conflicts, and to bring them to a better version of themselves. I feel these are the top three important leadership traits that are very much needed in this era.